A very good evening to all of you. Here I am Mahen Pratap Singh. Welcome to my channel News Simplified. As you all know, I have completed 1 month of my video making journey, and as you all know, every starter has some bumps on the journey. So did I also experience during the course. I am evolving in my techniques. I am understanding now what should be offered to you in videos, and in days to come the channel, if you support it and let it grow with your help, will touch heights in near future, because I have a passion to evolve myself every day. Here in this video, I am going to talk to you about the Nobel Prizes that have been awarded in different areas, in different fields. First of all, I begin with the Nobel Prize in Physics 2025. The Norwegian Committee of Peace Prizes, Nobel Prizes, have awarded 2025 Physics Nobel to John Clark, a British physicist, Michel H. Deverett, a French physicist, and John M. Martinez, American physicist. Once again, John Clark, British; Michel H. Deverett, French; John M. Martinez, American physicist, for the discovery of macroscopic quantum mechanical tunneling and energy quantization in the electric circuit. This is the breakthrough made by these trio that have led them to the winning of Nobel Prize in Physics 2025. One weakness that I have is that of science. I am not a person of science background. That is why I cannot elaborate any further on that. Wherever I have understood the subjects, I will try to give details on that. But apart from that, you will have to be satisfied with just rudimentary basics that I am offering you. In chemistry, Susumu Kitagawa, a Japanese scientist, Richard Robson, Australian chemist, Omar M. Yaghi, American scientist, have been awarded Nobel Prize in Chemistry for Metal Organic Framework, MOFS, Metal Organic Frameworks. These discoveries will lead to the betterment of the modern era in which we are living. We are surrounded by multiple problems on all sides. We are witnessing global warming, exponential rise in different kinds of pollutions, air pollution, water pollution, soil pollution, land pollution, all types of pollutions. They are giving rise to global warming and ultimately having an impact, adverse impact on climate. Climate change and global warming is one of the catastrophic stages in which we find ourselves in the modern day. The discoveries will help in storing gases, capturing carbon dioxide, purifying water, and catalysis. The way the world is suffering due to carbon dioxide emissions and different kinds of poisonous gases which are damaging the environment, ultimately damaging the ozone layer and the way we are searching for options to get at a solution for future water crisis. These types of problems which the humanity is facing today can be hoped to get a solution. It has a potential to transform the world. It is hoped so. Let us talk about Nobel Prize 2025 in biology. Physiology or medicine, you can call it physiology or medicine. Nobel Prize 2025 in physiology and medicine has been awarded to Mary E. Branco, Branco, Mary E. Branco, and Fred Ramstel. They are US based physiologists or biologists, and Shimon Sakaguchi, who is a Japanese biologist. The trio have been awarded Nobel Prize in biology or physiology or medicine, whatever you call it, for their discovery in peripheral immune tolerance. Peripheral immune tolerance. What happens? Our immune system, body's immune system, fights against the foreign invasions like pathogens, germs, bacteria, viruses. Our body system tries to adapt itself to the invasive pathogens, fights against them, and tries to keep the body safe from them. It keeps on going all the time in the body. Our body responds to any attack by any foreign organism, and sometimes our immune system is confused. It begins to fight against the healthy cells, the healthy pathogens even, and it begins to damage the healthy cells and healthy pathogens which are helpful in maintaining the health of the body. It can be regulated, it can be stopped. This discovery is leading towards a bright future in future researches on different diseases, including cancer. This is a breakthrough in physiology or medicine that these scientists, these biologists, these physiologists have discovered, and they are holding out a potential that can bring about positive results in health of the world. Let us talk about Nobel Peace Prize. Nobel Peace Prize, as you all know, it was a wish of Mr. Donald J. Trump. He wanted it earnestly. He even went to the extent of goading the nations. Although Trump missed Nobel Peace Prize 2025 in spite of all his efforts and galvanizing support from every nook and corner of the world, even going to the extent of coercing the leaders, the countries to come to the view of recognizing him as the best contender for Nobel Peace Prize. But the Norwegian Peace Committee, Norwegian Nobel Committee has awarded it to one of the Trump's supporters, and her name is Maria Corina Machado. She is a prominent Venezuelan opposition leader. It means she is opposition leader of Venezuela. At a time when Venezuela is going through a period of conflict with the USA, and when the ties between the two nations have hit all-time low, this kind of award to the opposition leader of Venezuela raises many eyebrows. Let us know about Mrs. Machado. She is the critic of controversial President Nicolas Maduro. Nicolas Maduro is the president of Venezuela, the incumbent president of Venezuela, and he has been dubbed as narco terrorist cartel leader of the narco terror cartel. Trump has called him as terrorist cartel leader of the narco terror cartel. It means, as you know, recently America is going all out against the suppliers of narcotic drugs into its country. Fentanyl is a drug. America is quite frustrated with its supply from Mexico, from Venezuela, and from even they have called India as one of the suppliers of fentanyl into USA. It means India is also not out of blame so far as the supply of fentanyl is concerned into USA. This Norwegian opposition leader, Maria Corina Machado, is called the Iron Lady of Venezuela. Mrs. Machado is the leader of the right-wing Anti-Venezuela party. She is the leader of Anti-Venezuela party. An industrial engineer with a master's degree in finance, she made her first foray into politics as a leader of a volunteer group called Shumante in 2002. She is a leader of a volunteer group called Sumante. It was founded in 2002. And she is a strong critic of the former Venezuelan president Hugo Chavez. She even organized a referendum to recall Chavez from office. It means to oust him from his office. Once she organized a referendum, popular referendum, so that Hugo Chavez might be overthrown and a new regime might be replaced. The repercussions from this activism branded treason by Chavistas. Who are Chavistas? Chavistas are the vote base of Hugo Chavez, the former president of Venezuela. And at the time she held the referendum against him, she was branded as a conspirator. She was charged with treason, sedition by the Chavez government. Her long opposition to the Venezuelan government is the key to understanding why this Nobel Peace Prize has gone to her. It means the reason most prominent, which stands out of all the qualities that have been seen in uh, Maria Corina Machado, is one that she had been holding on to a long opposition to the Venezuelan government, from starting from Hugo Chavez to Nicolas Maduro today. She criticizes Maduro's regime for concentration of executive power in his presidency. In his presidency, the executive power has been concentrated. It has centralized. One of the reasons he is criticizing so strongly Mr. Maduro is this. The other reason is the country has gone through a major economic downturn under his leadership. His leadership has brought economic crisis in the country, and 7.7 million people have been displaced, have fled from the country for different economic regions like hyper inflation, severe food crisis, and economic crisis that has eased now, but it was so acute at the time. The reason behind the crisis is the over-dependence of Venezuela on its petroleum extraction sector. Crude oil constituting 95% of its exports in 2014. In 2014, the figure was that 95% of all its exports, Venezuela's exports, was that of petroleum. It means it was so one-sided, so lopsided economy in which petroleum export was the only uh, living supporter of a vibrant economy sometimes back, but it was the only region which it took into a great crisis as well. Then the reason of the crisis was also US sanctions, first imposed by President Barack Obama and then by EU and later tightened by Mr. Trump in his first term. The sanctions made Mr. Maduro more unpopular, but he remained in power due to the enduring base of support from Chavistas and his control of his state institutions. Chavistas is the voter base of uh, continuing from Hugo Chavez till Maduro's time. It means this is just a line of leadership in which the policies carried on by Maduro have been continuing from Hugo Chavez. Anti-Chavezist activist. She is anti-Chavezist activist. Once in between, when uh, Mr. Hugo Chavez was dethroned, opposition figures such as Juan Guaido. Mr. Guaido claimed the interim presidency in 2019 based on his leadership of the National Assembly a year after Mr. Maduro won the 2018 presidential election and sought international legitimacy. He was interim president, Mr. Guaido, and she has supported him as well. She was expected to be the opposition candidate against Mr. Maduro in the July 2024 election after having won the opposition's presidential primary with 92% of the vote. She won the primary, Venezuelan election primary with 92% vote, but she chose not to contest the other step of the election. She instead was she was subsequently disqualified from running in the election by the Supreme Court. She, however, begged former diplomat Edmundo Gonzalez Urrutia. Mr. Urrutia is said to have won the election, but because this election was a rigged one, because multiple charges have been leveled against the Maduro government of having rigged the election of 2024, the fair game not present can be supposed to be the reason why Maria Karina Machado could not make it to the presidency or could not have another person like Mr. Guaido replace Mr. Maduro. Mr. Orotia fled from the country. After losing elections, he fled from the country because of repression on the part of the government of Maduro. She is called a neoliberal voice of Venezuela. She has supported the privatization of Venezuela's publicly owned petroleum extraction company PDVSA that has served as a vehicle for policies of economic redistribution by the Chavistas. She has been a supporter of privatization of Venezuela's publicly owned petroleum extraction company PDVSA. And this is the PDVSA which was the very basis of economic redistribution by the Chavistas. And she is uh, pursuing a policy to have it replaced and it privatized. Now, let us consider one more point that was made when rewarding her. It was said that she is a tireless promoting democratic rights for the people of Venezuela and for her struggle to achieve a just and peaceful transition from dictatorship to democracy. It was stated by the Norwegian Peace Nobel Committee. Norwegian Nobel Committee. It was stated by the Norwegian Nobel Committee. It lauded her as a brave and committed champion of peace, a woman who keeps the flame of democracy burning amid a growing darkness. The award is as much an indictment of Mr. Maduro's rule and presidency, which has led to what the committee calls Venezuela's evolution from a relatively democratic and prosperous country to a brutal authoritarian state stuck in a humanitarian and economic crisis. It means C is a democratic voice, C is humanitarian voice for the people of Venezuela. C is also a supporter of non-violence, and that is why she has bagged the covetous Nobel Peace Prize 2025, and the statements made by the Norwegian Nobel Committee is quite clear and endorses the view. The committee has highlighted her commitment to non-violence and her role as key unifying figure in a political opposition that has once deeply divided. Her personal resilience in resisting the militarization of Venezuelan society and her support for a peaceful transition to democracy, these are the good epithets that have been attached with her. US Secretary of State, now those people who have from time to time criticized peace, Nobel Peace Prizes, that Nobel Peace Prizes have been awarded to people who did not deserve it, who were accused of war crimes, and still they received Nobel Peace Prize. Those people have criticized the award of Peace Prize to Mrs. Maria Gorina Machado this time as well. As you all know that in 1973, Nobel Peace Prize went to Henry Kissinger, US Secretary of State, who was accused of war crimes. He was also accused of secret bombing of Cambodia and Laos. And this prize went to such a person who was accused of war crime, and it's an irony. She has supported international sanctions by the US and other governments that critics say have worsened the economic crisis in Venezuela. This is also an accusation leveled against her, that she has just gone to the extent of opposing the Maduro regime, that she supported US sanctions against Venezuela. The critics of the Nobel Peace Prize winner have alleged. Now, let us talk about one more prize, that is uh, Nobel Prize in Literature. It has gone to Laszlo Karajna-Horkai. Laszlo Karajna-Horkai. He is an Hungarian novelist who won the Nobel Prize for Literature for 2025. A central theme is the fleeting and precious nature of human life. What he is writing on? Mr. Laszlo Karajna-Horkai is writing on melancholic theme of existence. He is in the line of the writers like Franz Kafka, Samuel Beckett, William Faulkner, Herman Melville, Dante, Homer, the ancient Greek uh, epic writers, Dante, Homer. He is in the line of those writers. He writes on existentialism. He is called master of melancholy. It means he has painted a very sad picture of the world. The world is undergoing a crisis at the time. It is in a state of anarchy, and this is what is the theme of Laszlo Krasznahorkai, the Nobel Prize laureate in literature. The 71-year-old author, screenwriter, musician, he is a 71-year-old author, screenwriter, and musician. He said he was very sad to think of the state of the world now. It means he finds the world a place with which he is not satisfied at all because of its anarchic condition, because of the uh, turmoil it is going through. The writers, when he was presented the Nobel Prize in Literature, he said that writers should give something for the next generation, so somehow to survive this time, because they are very, very dark times and we need much more power in us to survive. It means he instructed the writers of the present time to write on the current world scenario, in which he called it a dark time, and survival in this dark time requires mental and physical strength, and the readers should be infused with, should be inspired to fight through this present chaotic time. And this is what he has called upon the writers to write on, to inspire people to fight against the ills of the present time. The Paris Review in 2018, he said in Paris Review in 2018 that I have said 1,000 times that I always wanted to write just one book. He has written a quartet of novels. Quartet of novels means four novels. He has written Santantango. One novel is Satin Tango. The other is The Melancholy of Resistance. The third is War and Crime. And the fourth is Baron Wankham Homecoming. He has called all these four books as one book. A keen observer of life around him, his novels are peopled with myriad characters, some defenseless against a harsh world. He views the world as a harsh world, and characters in his novels are sometimes defenseless, sometimes hopeless, sometimes they are rudderless and directionless even. This is the way he has portrayed his characters in his novels. English readers were first introduced to him through Melancholy, a book called Melancholy, which was published in 1989. All consuming chaos which rendered the future unpredictable. Chaotic conditions he has shown in the book. In this novel, chaotic conditions of the world, all consuming chaos, anarchy. This is all that I wanted to tell you. I have covered almost all the uh, Nobel Prize winners, and whether you are satisfied with the names or not, whether you think that the deserving people have got the Nobel Prizes or not, but the names uh, are enough to suggest that there is a Western tilt to all of them, and recognition of many of the works is based on what the Norwegian Nobel Committee decided finally. And with that, I end my video. Thank you. Thank you for watching.